We always say sometime or other in your life you've collected too much and you have to do something about it. And I found someone who isn't a real dealer. They're just getting rid of a few excess things. Jerry, you're on.
Well, I came to find that a collector becomes a seller. And for us, we were collectors. We bought what we liked. We intended to keep it. And then you end up with more than you have room for. So you have to start thinning the herd and upgrading, and then you sell off what is lesser of importance, and you end up becoming a dealer. So here we are, trying to sell what we don't have room for.
Have you done any shows before this one?
Yes, I've done a fair number of shows over the years. Quite often it was a toy show, but the pottery has become sort of a driving force to sell some of that, because we just have too much, and we're letting go of a lot of really good things that meant a lot to us over time. But you have to just pick and choose what you feel you want to keep.
Well, I understand that, and you also, well, you get pushed out of your house in essence, but you get a better collection, by the way, if you do that, because you're pruning out the things that were your mistakes, which aren't mistakes to a new collector, so that's good. Now, I want to talk about some of the things that you have. Suppose you give me an idea of what you would have paid for these when you bought them, which was long ago, and how much they've appreciated, I'm sure, by now.
Well, perfect example is the set here, which is a Roseville set, but it didn't come to me as a set. It came to me piece by piece, and as you find complementary pieces that increase the size of what you would call a set, you end up with perhaps a large set of the representation. It's quite possible that where there's two of the same, one was purchased for $100, and then years later the other one is purchased for $200. So you either keep your records or you just ignore them and you look at what is it worth today. And unfortunately, today I think the market's down a bit. And
yes, it is.
And it may not have proved to have been what I originally thought it would be, but here it is at $1,000 today. I might own it for $1,000. I'm not looking.
Okay. So if it isn't enough, you really won't part with it. Well, you're right, though. The market goes up and down, and Roseville is one of the things that was $20 when I started. Nobody wanted it at all. And by the way, that's freesia pattern, I think, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Well, and if you're a gardener, you'll find that you can recognize the flowers very easily. That's one of the... But you have to really kind of study. I'm embarrassed when I don't know who they are. And right now, it's down a little, but art pottery is zooming, so it probably will be back.
Well, you buy what you like, and then you don't really have to care what it's worth.
That's exactly right, because you've had all that fun.
I had the fun of getting it, and the enjoyment of looking at it and having it in the house. And here we are, we're going to sell it. Somebody else can enjoy it. And that's the way it works with everything.
So all collectors are the same. You can only collect so long, and my family is after me to get rid of some things. So I may see you somewhere. Thank you.
Great.